Opening take 4. So while you might not be ready to take on the Thanksgiving turkey, learning how to roast a chicken is a basic essential skill. So instead of trying to wing it today, we're going to actually follow Ina Gartner's engagement chicken. And rumor has it this recipe is so powerful that it has led to many marriage proposals, including Prince Harry to Meghan Markle. And we know how well that's turned out so far. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to prepare everything that we need to cut. We've got 2 Spanish onions and we're going to cut those thick slices. We've got 1 whole head of garlic and we're just going to cut that crosswise to get all of the garlic cloves exposed. And we've got 2 lemons that we're going to quarter. So let's get started. I'm just going to literally take the lemons. I'm going to cut them in half one way. Now you've got a flat surface. Again, you want to be safe. And I'm just going to cut that again in half. And that's how you're going to quarter it. And I'll finish up the next one. The onions, well, actually, let's start with the garlic. I'm going to take the whole head of garlic. I'm going to rest it on its side. Be really careful. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut it so that I can expose all of those cloves and really all that goodness. Oh, it's so like raw, but you know it's going to be delicious with the chicken. And so we'll discard that. And then I'm going to take the 2 Spanish onions. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut it in half like this. So again, so I've got that flat surface. And then I'm going to show you real quick on how I'm going to cut up the onion. So let's start with a game of hide and seek, looking for the bag of giblets. And then we're just going to give it a good rinse. Shake, shake, shake. Place it on the roasting pan and wash your hands. So next we're going to pat it dry and add in the lemons and the garlic into the cavity. And so that the bird doesn't get dry, we're going to tie up the legs and then tuck in the wings so that it stays nice and moist during cooking. We're going to then brush some olive oil around the whole outside and season liberally with salt and pepper. So the last step we're going to do before we pop this in the oven is we're going to take the remaining lemon quarters and the onions and we're going to put them all into a bowl. And we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of olive oil and some salt and pepper and mix it around. And what we're going to do is we're going to then spread this around the outside of the chicken. Once you put all the onions and lemon down, it's going to look like the chicken's on its way to heaven. And if heaven is my oven, then yep, that's where it's going. The thermometer was registering 165 degrees, but when I moved it around, it was only 151. Not good. So I think this time it actually is done. So let's give it a look. Oh yeah. That looks so much better, much more golden brown and really more what you're looking for. So I'm going to let this rest on the platter for about 10-15 minutes while we make the gravy. Okay, so now we've taken the chicken out and it's resting. We're going to take the pan and you're going to put it over the burner. We're going to turn this up onto medium-high heat because we actually want this to start to reduce. While that's starting to cook, we're going to put a half a cup of dry white wine right here into the pan. And as it's starting to bubble up, we're going to start scraping all the bits off the bottom and start stirring and incorporating all of the onions and those lemons that were in there. Don't worry, we're going to strain some of that out. You're not going to eat any lemon peels. It's starting to boil. We're just going to add that in there. And then to thicken it up as it reduces down, we're going to take 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. And you're just going to shake that. You don't want huge lumps, so just kind of shake it around a little bit. You might need an oven mitt because it's going to get a little hot. Hold on to this. And then for the next minute or so, you're just going to constantly stir this around to incorporate the flour. It's going to start to thicken up. and then you're going to have this delicious gravy to serve on the side with the chicken. So whether you're looking to impress your Prince Charming or just want to make a healthy dinner for your family, this foul-proof recipe is sure to do the trick.
Alright, Flossom Foodies, if you don't want to miss any videos, click here to subscribe.